The college basketball experience pregame show for Wednesday, February 8th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Networks, presented by WinBet. WinBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same game parlays to live in-game odds, WinBet is what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100. Get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by SGPN's Big Game Bingo. $57 SGPN gift card for every time you hit bingo. Boom. Go check that out. We're also brought to you by SGPN's 57 Bets Challenge. Yeah. $570 in cash and a $570 gift card to the winner of our props contest. Get all of our contest info exclusively on the SGPN app, which you can download for free in the App Store or Google Play Store. So grab that thing today and let it ride. And also, if you're going to be out in the great state of Arizona for the big game, aka the Super Bowl, make sure you check out our live show at Ainsworth Thursday, 11 a.m. Register at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/big game. Once again, that is sportsgamblingpodcast.com/big game.
Hey everybody, Jim McMahon here, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball pregame show. I'm just a little bit late, but I've been late my whole fucking life. All right. Been late for everything. All right. So I tried to get it at 2:30, but we're just jamming out content over here at the SGBN network and the college basketball experience. We got tons of games, tons of activity as I search for my phone, which is somewhere around this office. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Don Wise says, can you book me for a comedy show? Of course you can. Hit me up at the Colby D. Where are you located though? You gonna fly me out to I don't know, El Paso? Let's go. Done that before, but yeah, of course you can. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. Maybe we can get this next guy on that bill too. Give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Ryan and Rush Show, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. How you doing, man?
Boom. Yeah. Hey, Hugs and Frank tip it off here in about 45 minutes. Let's go. Big Wednesday slate here. Yeah.
Big Wednesday slate. And do you think for a second you could talk about the games while I retrieve? I like to rattle off the most current lines from my phone. So why don't you talk about the games you're most excited about here as I quickly grab my phone?
Oh, good. Yeah. No, I think the premier game obviously is the one in Morgantown. No buys there. Line kind of opened up. I think Iowa State -2.5, West Virginia -2.5, and it's gone up to 4, come back down to 3.5. I would say that's probably the premier game of the night. Another game I'm looking forward to is Creighton and Seton Hall in the Big East. Creighton's won 7 in a row. Seton Hall won 7 out of 8, and Dundee is back. And there you go.
Nothing like being, dude, I'm like a fucking chicken with his head cut off, or what do they say? A chicken with his dick cut off. One of the two. All right. There's a lot of activity. See, the reason why I like to have the phone here, people don't see, they see me just looking at the computer. I also have the phone here because I like to get the most current odds. That's what your boy Dundee is trying to do for you. So it's like the fucking stock market. Right now we have 2 games tipping off. or that have tipped off. And Hofstra's up 7 against Northeastern. I know you took Northeastern. And then you have
bad start.
Yeah,
it was 10-0. So hey, they're battling back.
Momentum on the side of the Huskies, and then Loyola and Army tied at 17. As we foolishly took Army, perhaps, but yeah, I know. And I see Junior May says, "Think Seton Hall will get Creighton." You know, that's the question we asked ourselves last night, and then got our friend here, CJ Sullivan, in the studio. You know, he's a big college basketball guy. Check out his podcast, Bottom Line Bombs. But he's on Seton Hall, and I think there's a great reason to be on Seton Hall because I thought the line is off, but I'm trusting the eye. This is one where we go with the eye.
Yep.
I think Michael Creighton can score much better than Seton Hall can. And I think that's why I got Creighton -3.5. I think Mac did too. I think we locked it up, and that's the logic there. But the line smells. It is 100% Courtney Love game of the day, perhaps. You still on that? Any Benedicting, Mac?
No, I'm staying true here. It does stink, but we're diving into a couple Courtney lovers tonight, so stay tuned. It'll be a fun post game show.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at the biggest line movement that I have noticed on some of these games. I would say one of the ones that jumps out. Well, Vanderbilt went up.
Yeah,
Vanderbilt went up to 10. It was at 9, I believe, when we called it on the show. 10 points in a rivalry game at that ridiculous court. I'm still on Vandy. You?
I still am on Vandy, but yeah, I mean the line movement is a concern here. Trying to see what other big line has moved.
I would say
West Virginia's now 4.5.
I was just about to say that. To say that. So the Mountaineers now laying 4.5. See, at this point, I would take Iowa State.
Yeah.
When it was 3.5 yesterday or 3, I thought, hey, I got West Virginia winning this. 4.5. I think I lean Cyclones. I know you're on the Cyclones because of your whole philosophy on going against your another one that's jumped up is Virginia Tech. I think this jumped to 13. Wasn't this at 12 when we called it last night? I feel like it might have been.
Yes.
So that even though we're both on BC, Zach B says we some sexy bros. People told me that. People told me that. They love my gap tooth. George Mason, Duquesne. Now this one's gone up. This one was at 4 when we called it. This is at 6 right now.
6 now. Yep.
The Patriots catching 6 now at Duquesne. You took Mason. I took Duquesne, and I'll be honest. I think at 6 I jump on the Patriots. What are you doing here?
Oh, you're trying to middle the number. I like it. I'm still on the Patriots. I think it's conference play, man. When in doubt, take the points if you don't have a strong feel.
At 6, I think you got to go Patriots there. I think you have to. Before I like Duquesne. Another thing is the Oklahoma State line has gone up a little bit. This is probably one of the biggest, one of our favorite plays of the day, I think. Texas Tech plus 5.5.
Yep.
Lock it up. And Betty Furman says, you guys ever come to Iowa City for some reason? Holler at your boy. Let's grab a drink and I'll buy your tabs. Appreciate y'all your work. Hey, we appreciate you. And me, it's funny. I was talking to NC Nick yesterday, driving home in LA traffic, which means it takes 17 fucking hours to get back to drive 20 miles to my apartment. And I was talking to NC Nick, and we were talking about how the Big 12 is the only conference that doesn't have a shitty home environment. And we think that is going to be the case even once they add the new teams. But we were also talking about how we need to make a trip to either Ames or Manhattan, Kansas, and potentially when we do trips, we'll try to hit multiple games. So we would try to look on the calendar. Maybe we can come into Iowa City to catch. I know he's like, dude, I said come to Iowa City. You're mentioning Ames. How about I buy the gasoline to burn you alive? But no.
I would love to go to all of them, not as an opponent, because it's hard enough as an opponent. I would love to just go as a basketball fan. And we've got, multiple people have hit us up. They want us to take a tour. So maybe something we do in the future on the college basketball experience.
There's a Durko says there's an Adam Sandler show across the street from Duquesne game right now. There you go.
Let's go. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, why don't you go catch a couple of jokes? Go catch the ball game. It's a perfect blend, you know. Shout out to Adam Sandler. Always been a fan. Always like Adam Sandler. I've known some people that have worked with Adam Sandler. Seems to be a stand-up guy. No pun intended.
The Longest Yard.
Yeah. No, that one I didn't like. The remake. Yeah. No. No. I'm sorry. The old school one. I'm on board. But you know me. I like why remake it? Just do it. I guarantee you there's like 1,000 fresh fucking screenplays talking about football, and they choose the one. Hey, this one made money in 1971. You know, it's a proven commodity. Bradley is at Illinois State. This line's jumped.
Yeah, what's this line at now? It's 8.5.
Yeah, this was at 7 yesterday.
Yep. The Braves might put it on them.
This is a rivalry game, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the Braves. I think I took the Braves last night.
I'm on State. I look back at the first matchup, 4-point game. Yeah. These are rivals, man. Yeah. Nobody goes into Redbird Arena and just thinks they're going to dominate it. You know, they give me the 7. I'm getting all these points. I don't want to lock it up because I think Bradley is the best team in the Missouri. What other lines have moved?
I'll tell you an interesting one, and it's in the nightcap. And Rob Donaldson put it in. I put it in the Discord. Do we hammer Wyoming with the dismissal of 3 players today?
Yeah, what is that? All those Pac-12 players.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think
cut it in Laramie. Bunch of soft sissies.
Yep. I like him tonight. And you know what? I'll give out a pregame lock. Let's go Cowboys. Lock it up against Vegas.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Whatever they did.
Yeah, crime pays or
a little dust up, shake up. Let's go.
Douchebags unite. I don't know, but they're all gone. They're off the fucking team. Dude, sometimes that's the best thing that can happen for your team. We saw it with Illinois with Sky Clark. Wait, Sky Clark? Sky Moore? Sky Clark? Sky Clark, I believe. Yeah. We saw it with Illinois and Jack Clark, great home run hitter. But I think you might be onto something there. You know what? I think I will Benedict that game.
Yep.
Let me hop on over here.
Money line.
Hop on over here. I love that angle. It's like, you know, Wyoming's football coach had this thing happen to them too. Craig Bull. Everyone was transferring, and he had a great. He's old school. He played safety for Tom Osborne in the 70s for Nebraska. He said, anyone that doesn't want to be here, clearly get the fuck out. And then like everybody left. But guess what? And everyone was projecting Wyoming to be terrible. They end up making a bowl. Sometimes you got to get, it's like, why are you really here? You know what I mean? And we've had it before. With this own company, you know what I mean? Like we've had people that are like, oh, you know, SGPN and we've had guys that we're kind of on board, but it's like, okay. And no disrespect to them. You make your own choices, but we want everyone on board. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's how success happens. Give me the Wyoming Cowboys. What the hell am I talking about?
You locking it?
I'll lock it. I need another wager.
A little dust up lock.
I like it. Let's go. Switching my pick right now. The Benedict music needs to be played.
The dogs must be barking because my dog, I always put like a barrier at the top of the stairs so they can't get down. Somehow she just hopped over, so she's down here with me. So she says, "Take the Cowboys, let's go." There you go.
What kind of dog you got there, buddy?
A little English Shepherd, you know.
English Shepherd. I think I know Shepherd. I don't know about English Shepherd, but
maybe she'll pop up here and make a pick, or she'll try and drink my beer.
I got Muddy Waters in studio too. My dog. So hey, shout out to all the dogs. Maybe we should go heavy on some dogs then.
I think it's a dog kind of night.
Well, I got a couple I could play then. I got a couple, and I was thinking about a parlay here. What do you think about the likes of a UMass?
Well, so let me check the injury report. I have Twitter up on the left, so I'm trying to
Noah Fernandez is out. He's out.
Yeah, of course he is. Is he the
Diggins
only
is
one
out too. Diggins and Woodley too. No, we can't take them. We can't. It's too many. It's too fucking many.
You almost want to flip your pick completely to the other side. Man, them in Wyoming, like you don't know who's going to be on the injury report now. At least Wyoming, we know who's on the team versus who's not.
Yeah. All right. So hold on. Shout out to Nathan Haynes who says I'm at the Arby's drive-through, and I can't tell if it's the roast beef or this slate that reminds me of Courtney Love more.
I love it.
All right, hold on. Live dogs here. Money line play.
Monmouth.
Oh, you know I love that one. What is that at right now?
I think they're at like plus 145, maybe.
What if we took Monmouth and George Mason? Or I'm throwing a couple dogs that I think could win outright. I think George Mason could win outright. You think Georgetown could actually win?
No, but I think they can keep it. Like they could leave. They could leave for 39 minutes.
I already placed that bet. Georgetown plus 14. I was just in my head. I was like, could they get one of these? I'd say it wouldn't shock me if Mason won at Duquesne, especially with the Sandler concert going on. Wouldn't surprise me if Iowa State beat your boys. I know you don't want to touch that one.
That game's going to come down to the wire. That's not a bad money line play.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if LaSalle, the Bonnies have been nasty at home, but I could see Fran Dunphy going on the road. Or Danye Johnson brings up a great point. Elon has starting to play better. What about Elon Monmouth parlay?
This is getting
money
gross.
Line parlay. I like it. I'm seeing right now Elon at plus
Pregame,
180.
Yeah, pregame Courtney right here. Let's go.
Oh, I like this. I like this right here. Let me make sure I place this wager right now.
You want to throw Wyoming in there?
Okay. For money line.
Yeah.
For money line or points?
I think money line. It's the one game pop up. Hey.
I'm placing the bet right now, buying some time here. Another one. Who else could I see winning outright? Yeah, I think those are them. I feel like those are most of them.
What about Wisconsin at Penn State?
CJ was just asking me about that.
Yeah,
I can't do it, man.
I don't.
I can see them winning it. I can see them winning it, but I don't trust this team. They're just not very good. I think it wouldn't shock me if they won that though. To answer your question, and I see the logic there. What about Texas Tech?
Florida State and Texas Tech.
Wait, so Texas Tech is plus 210.
Yep, they can win that game.
Those
two teams always play close games. No Avery Anderson, man. It's the first game without him. We'll see how the Cowboys look. Northeastern just tied it up, baby. We're coming back. Let's go, Huskies.
I guess we should just stick to. Wait, do I even have? Is Monmouth off my card here right now? Where's Monmouth? Did that game tip? Did Monmouth tip?
Was Monmouth a 6:30 game? Yeah, they are. They just tipped.
Son of a bitch. I bet them with the points, but I just did. I was gonna do the. All right, so how about this then? Looking at what I can go with here. Texas Tech plus 210. What about Texas Tech, Wyoming?
Yep. Hey, you got another Aggie here. New Mexico State.
See, but Grand Canyon is a great home field or home court advantage, man.
Yep.
I'm nervous about that one. I took New Mexico State, but I didn't take them on the money line because I think that home court advantage is real.
Yeah.
Wyoming, Texas Tech, and do we even have?
I like those two.
Do we even have? And Mason money line. Let me see what this would all do. What's more likely, George Mason or LaSalle? I think Mason.
Yeah, because LaSalle, Mason's talented, and the Bonnies are playing better. I mean, and the Bonnies is a harder place to win at than St. Joe's. Sorry, Duquesne, not St. Joe's. So yeah, no, I like George Mason, the Patriots better.
Or we go. Maybe we scrap Mason, and we go Elon, Texas Tech, Wyoming. Elon, Texas Tech, Wyoming.
Boom.
Let me see what this would pay here. If you throw $20, 300.
That's not a bad little return of investment.
What's going to be the hardest sweat? The Texas Tech one, right?
Yeah, just because they go through these lulls. But man, I kind of, ever since their guys have not been playing, their main guys, they have been playing better. I know they got drilled by Baylor, but they played well against Iowa State.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's fucking ride. Let's ride.
Who's that?
No, I'm taking. Oh, what is that? Adam Sandler getting some. Oh, yeah, he's hilarious, man. Out here, he'll do the Sony. The Sony lot has a basketball court on it. I think all of his movies seem to be Sony, so I wouldn't be surprised if he put that shit in himself. Like, say, guys, I want this in my contract.
What about South Florida against Memphis?
They're just so inconsistent.
I know. I can't.
You know what I mean?
I can't bet them. I could say I wouldn't surprise me, but I don't want to bet them.
They're just so fucking inconsistent. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to night in, night out, take that team. But I mean, are they capable of winning it? Yeah, they are. They certainly are capable of winning that game. What about some of our favorite plays just solo? Besides that, we gave away a parlay. Favorite plays solo. What's some of your favorite plays?
I would say my favorite play of the night. I was going to say that Texas Tech one, or I really like Florida at Alabama tonight to keep the single digits. I think Florida's playing better. They're the more desperate team. I'm glad we grabbed Loyola Chicago at -3.5. That thing's up to 4.5. That kind of seems like the Courtney Love game as well here, where they're just going to put it on them like who was it? Northern Colorado a couple nights ago.
Yeah. You know which one I like? I like LSU.
I know you do.
I have a hard time saying that with a straight face.
I like IUPUI, man. I know, like I don't think they're going to get beat by that many points.
Yeah. No, I placed that. I already got money on that game. I mean, What was that? 17.5. I think I got. That is a wager of mine. Also, what else do I like a lot? No, I like the Ramblers because that line makes no sense.
Yeah, and it's going
the Loyola Chicago Ramblers makes absolutely no sense against St. Joe's. So I say hop in over there and shop till you drop, customers, because that one's pretty juicy, I think. What was one of our other locks? We like both. Oh, I know the Vermont and Colgate. Yeah, to bounce back, the kind of the two teams that dominate their conferences seems like year in and year out. Noah Beanick throwing some great props. Brandon Miller over 7.5 rebounds. Devin Carter over 4.5 rebounds. Noah's always on the prop game. So I like that angle too. What about a large parlay money line like last night? It was New Mexico but we just ride the money line. We don't ride the spread essentially. What do you think?
Well, I definitely think we throw Vermont and Colgate in that thing.
Yes, I would say so as well. What are the ones oh, for sure this team is going to be able to win that game? How about I think Virginia Tech, I wouldn't be surprised if BC gave them a game. I think Virginia Tech's going to win that, but let's go. What's that?
Providence in there?
Yeah, I think that's the one at the Dunk. They're normally pretty fucking good. Watch them lose to Georgetown. I think we put Charleston to win outright.
Charleston. Charleston's on the slate?
They're playing Wilmington.
Oh, they are playing Wilmington. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, 9.5.
Just take the money line.
Yeah, take the money line. I don't see them losing. It's a white out there. I saw Pat Kelsey riling up, I think it was the AD and the president. It's going to be lit there.
What else do we have here?
There's so many games. God damn. Baylor at home against Oklahoma.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so Colgate, Vermont, Baylor. You're not at all scared that Porter Moser could get that dub.
I think he's out the door, man. I think he's ready to go to South Bend already.
Interesting. What about Wright State money? That's off the board. It's off the board money line for me at least.
Yeah, IUPUI's gonna beat him, baby.
All right, so let's go. Providence, Charleston,
Villanova over DePaul.
Villanova, Baylor, huh?
Yeah, I would be shocked if they lost at home to Oklahoma. They're too fast for Oklahoma.
Okay, I think that's 6, right? Then if we do that, in case there was another 1 or 2 out there, if they can't get, some people can't get Vermont on the board. What would another substitution be?
I mean, Tennessee and Vandy's a rival, or I don't know if it's a rivalry, but it's
yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to throw Alabama in there?
I think they could lose though. Don't you?
I think they could lose too. That's why I'm a little concerned on that one. Fordham, Sanford, Mississippi. You like Mississippi State? What about Indiana State at home against Valpo?
Oh, where am I missing that one?
Sycamores, 7:00 Eastern.
Or Northern Iowa on the road against Evansville. No way. Why don't I see the? Did they take that off the fucking card of my? No. I
bet you there's some injury reports coming through, man.
Oh no, I got it. I got Indiana State. Okay. Indiana State, and I guess if you want another option, Northern Iowa against Evansville.
Yeah,
I don't think Evansville wins that game.
No, they're awful. So
there you go.
Fucking awful.
You throw all that together. All right.
What we got there? A little plus 200.
Yeah, you throw $20 on that, and you win a shit ton. All right. Wait, why? Oh, my fucking computer's fucking up right now.
Too many games. Too much Tech Mobile.
Yeah, something's going on here. Why is that giving me such a? Why is it giving me such a shitty payout right now? Something ain't right. I don't know. You gotta type that in because my shit is fucking up. But anyway,
what did we say? We said Charleston,
Providence, Villanova, Baylor, Vermont, and
Indiana State
or Colgate, either or.
Okay. What we got? The problem is there's so many games scrolling down through all these games and clicking on them. Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is a little bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, I don't know. Let's
Providence. I got one more leg here. Here we go. And it was, who was our last one? Oh, Villanova. That will play out at plus 180. There you go. You get a plus price for 6 teams on the money line.
There you go. Last night we were almost there. New Mexico loses at the buzzer on a crazy. That shot like bounced off of every part of the fucking rim.
Yep.
And then you know the Calipari. He fucked it up for us. Temple is only laying 2.
Is
that concerning? Yeah. Very concerning, right? You know, an interesting parlay to do if you really were looking for value.
Is this Courtney Love games?
Texas Tech and LSU money line. I know you don't. I know you think LSU sucks, and I do too. But you can't tell me the team's not. They're not. I mean, like Mississippi State struggles to score on certain nights. So I just think you could end up hitting for some money there. I just placed it right now. Let's go. Smelliest line of the day. I would say there's a few that jump out for the stink. Obviously the Creighton game, the Loyola Chicago game, the Temple game. You could do a Courtney Love parlay of Creighton.
Well, Creighton already tipped.
Oh yeah. So Temple, Loyola Chicago. Wasn't there one other smelly ass line that we thought?
There was it Monmouth, but they already tipped as well. It was. I'm pulling it back up.
You know, Hampton's gonna win. By the way, they're not giving me the money line in my book right now.
Yeah,
Hampton plus 17.5. Ride that one. Well, I guess the Syracuse minus 3.5 was a little stinky.
Oh yeah, they're losing. Go Seminoles.
Yeah, especially after the karma, the basketball god's gonna get it. Oh, Samford is another one that we thought the line was off.
That's gone up though.
Yeah.
So makes you feel a little bit better. What was the other?
Degenerate Ringer says he's on the Bonnies and Mike Creighton. Let's go.
Belmont only a 1-point dog at Missouri State. Belmont
only. Yeah, I like Belmont there. You like Belmont or the cocaine?
I like Belmont too. Yeah.
That's a little surprising too. Nebraska has more Big Ten wins than Ohio State, says Noah Beanick.
He's always got to get a jab in at the Buckeyes.
I like that. Hey, how about the chat? What do you guys want to hear us talk about right now? Because I feel like a broken record on some of these. If there's not big line movement, then I say we did the show last night, and it has we haven't changed our opinion on those unless Mac feel free, the floor is yours if you have any that you've changed on.
I would say the only one that we really flipped on or had a stronger feeling this morning was Wyoming.
Yeah.
Because of the dismissal, the 1 game spot where everybody pops up for a game to rallies around the guys that left and boom.
You might be able to talk me into fading UMass too, even though I took UMass +7, but yeah, I feel like those injuries are pretty key as they head to Fordham. Besides that, I don't think I flipped on. Actually, at 4.5, I would take Iowa State. At 4.5, I would take Iowa State instead of I took West Virginia -3 or 3.5 or something last night. That is one that I would jump from as it continues to climb. But besides that, I think I'm on board with everything.
You're gonna middle the number.
Oh, dude, let's have some fucking fun with the teasers. I mean, you could really have a lot of fun here on the teasing front.
Oh yeah.
And they say you're not supposed to tease. Who says that? All right. Who the fuck says that? I will say, let's we got 12 minutes to build this thing. Samford -0.5 point. How confident do we feel that they're going to win at Mercer?
I'm confident they're going to get it done. They're playing well.
So that would be 1.
Yep.
Let's go. Mason getting 10. Oof.
I don't know if I want to take Mason because they can get drilled.
Hampton getting 21. No, they could lose too. Don't take that one either. Like that's one you don't tease that one because Hampton's lost some games by like 40.
Texas Tech's a good option.
What is that up to? I could get that up to 9.5.
9.5. I mean, I don't think that they're going to lose by double digits.
So Texas Tech, Samford. What about Georgetown at 17? No.
Yeah. What about
Or
Wisconsin?
yeah, what I can get that to 8.
8. Yeah, Wisconsin's a good team to lose by 5 or 6.
I like that one. 8.5. I can get it at 8.5.
Yep.
So that's 3. What about? See, don't take LSU in this. What about
What
Wyoming?
about Colgate or Vermont? Teasing
See,
them down.
they're not giving me that on the board over here at Win, but yeah, obviously, if you can do that, if your book can do that, hop on over there and do that. Yeah, I would say add those 2, and then you could even get Elon up to 9. I don't know if that's crazy. You could also get Syracuse, or I'm sorry, Florida State up to 7.5.
I like that. Cuse hasn't been blowing anybody out.
Or Memphis down to 2 if you think they can win. Here's one for you guys. What do you guys think of a live bet on Loyola Maryland money line at halftime? It's 30-31. Army is holding to a 1-point lead. What is that live number right now? Does someone have that in front of them? I'm seeing Loyola +5 actually right now.
Yeah, I don't
Loyola
know. I don't know if I want
+5.
to get in on that just because I haven't actually watched the first half of that game. I have Northeastern and Hofstra up, but hey, they are keeping it close.
Yeah. I kind of like it. Because I kind of think like if this, I don't think Army is a team that's known for their like, hey, in the second half the Black Knights will swarm you,
Shoot you down.
so I kind of like it. Some analysis on what I think is one of the must-watch games of tonight is San Diego State at Utah State. This is an interesting game because contrasted styles. Utah State's a top 10 offense. San Diego State's a very elite defense. I believe I think top 60 or top 70 if memory serves me correct.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have Utah State, who's 215th defensively against Aztec offense, which surprisingly is top 60 this year. And I think that's why so many experts like the Aztecs to potentially do some damage in the NCAA tournament is they're so much better offensively than recent years. But we shall see. I know we're split on this one. I ended up going the Aztecs here, mainly because I just thought they're tougher. And I think this is one to San Diego State. I know they've been bad on the road, but I think it's one where they really don't like the way they've been treated in Logan. And I think it's a little personal. It's a little personal there. So I think they're going to show up for that game. Now they still could lose because Utah State is a very good team. And also
they need it.
I mean, yeah, they need it. And Logan is a fucking hard place to win. I mentioned this last night on the show. If like San Diego State goes like on like a 2 or 3 minute drought, which they're always any team is capable of, especially in that lit environment, Utah State that momentum is a real X factor at that stadium. So they could lose by 20. Wouldn't even shock me. I am going to ride the Aztecs though. I know Moneyline Max riding the Aggies. I think that's probably the best game. Like the game I'm looking forward to most, probably that or Iowa State, West Virginia. After that, what? Yeah, give me your top 3 games to watch.
Obviously, the number one for me is it's always the Big 12, and it's my team against Iowa State. Just the different styles of play here. Kind of West Virginia has been the better defensive team over the years versus Iowa State, who's been the offensive team. Iowa State's a defensive team now under TJ Otzelberger compared to the Fred Hoiberg days. So interested to see how these two match up because it's the first time that they've played one another, and they'll play each other twice in the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be a good one there in Morgantown. It will be lit. San Diego State, Utah State, you already touched on it. The other game probably would go Creighton Seton Hall, but that game already tipped. So I'll go to another one. I really think Florida's going to show up against Alabama. So I think they can take advantage of Alabama on the defensive end and present some mismatches with Castleton. So looking forward to that one down there in Tuscaloosa.
Wilmington, Charleston. Also, I'm excited to tune into that one. I know you need like we have the extra package, but it's a hard game to find. I think the CAA has this stupid deal with what's the name of that? Is it Flow Sports?
Flow. Yeah. Like the fucking commercial Flow from Progressive.
Flow. Like Yeah. So I think those. I don't know. What else can we give away here? But before we close out in 4 minutes to catch these games, how about? Actually, I am excited to see UCF Wichita. I think that's a decent game as well. UCF can still make the tournament. They just got to start winning these games. Now, this is a spot. I think if they lose this game, it continues to hurt their chances of making the NCAA tournament. So I'm excited to watch that one too, because I know the stakes are pretty fucking high at Charles Koch Arena. And by the way, NC Wilmington. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, guys. There's not much line movement, so I guess we'll just ride out of here. Appreciate you guys hopping on, and we'll be back in a few hours. Well, I'll be back. I'll be back in an hour and a half to talk college football, and then after that tonight we'll be talking about tomorrow's gigantic college basketball slate. Talked to Miles McBride today, good friend of mine from Cincinnati. Sent him a picture of the thumbnail. There we go. Last night because it made him laugh. Started watching the show this year in November. Go Mountaineers! There we go.
I talked to Deuce today. Yeah.
There we go. We got all these. There we go. Appreciate everyone hopping in and spreading the word of the college basketball experience. If you can, get on over to iTunes, give us a 5-star review, because the most recent review was 1 star because someone said we took too long talking about the games from the night before. So we would like to beat him in strength and numbers. So if you can hop on over to iTunes and give him a sincere fuck you from Pick Dundee, we'd appreciate it. All right, folks, let's enjoy the games. Thanks for rocking. Check out the NFL Gambling Podcast. Check out the Go Mountaineers. Check out the Ryan and Rush Show. Check out the College Football Experience. We'll be dropping shows in an hour and a half. So, all right, folks, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, I make the best breakfast, got the test pressures, and people pressing up to see the professor. Yes, sir. I profess my love for the fresh pressure. Put pressure on you tykes, the much lesser, much less just a customer in Westchester. Worldwide girls know me as a breast molester. I'm fresh on the keys like John Medeski. Yesterday used to be scrambled eggs for breakfast. Got big expectations and some big checklists. Make it happen quick, flash and just chicklets. Cause the company jargon sounding ridiculous. I'm suspicious that you're just stickless.